All right, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be talking about something really interesting.
Yeah.
Shark Tank rejects.
Ooh.
Everyone loves Shark Tank.
It's a great show.
It is. It's very inspiring, but,
Yeah.
not everyone gets a deal.
Right.
And some people even get offered a deal, and they say, no, thank you.
That's right. And a lot of these people go on to be incredibly successful.
They do. They do. So we're going to talk about 10 of the most successful Shark Tank rejects today.
All right.
And why they said no or why they were rejected and how they went on to make millions and sometimes billions of dollars.
Fascinating stuff.
It is. It is. So let's start with Ring.
Okay.
Ring, the video doorbell, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Formerly DoorBot.
That's right. It was called DoorBot when Jamie Siminoff pitched it.
Right. Back in season 5.
Season 5. And
all the sharks said no.
they all said no.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is. Now, it is one of the biggest Shark Tank reject success stories.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, Amazon bought them for $1 billion.
I know. Can you imagine?
I mean, talk about a comeback.
Yeah. They reportedly have an annual revenue of $577 million.
Wow.
So he really showed them.
He certainly did.
Jamie Siminoff, he was on a mission.
And it's a product that everybody uses now.
It is.
It's pretty ubiquitous.
And they didn't see it.
I mean, sometimes the sharks miss the mark.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this deep dive, right?
Yeah.
To see.
Absolutely, to see what they missed.
Exactly, to see what they missed out on. So we're going to talk about some more.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Really interesting companies.
Okay.
And I'm excited to hear more about them.
Yeah, this next one is a dating app.
Ooh.
And it's one that I think a lot of people have used.
Okay, all right.
Have you heard of Coffee Meets Bagel?
I have. I've heard of it.
Yeah, so they went on Shark Tank in season 6.
Okay.
And actually, Mark Cuban offered them $30 million for the company.
And they said no.
They said no.
Wow, I can't even imagine.
They were very confident in their vision.
$30 million from Mark Cuban.
I know, right?
That's a big deal.
Big deal, yeah. But they thought they could do it better on their own.
Wow, and I guess they were right.
They were right. They've gone on to raise $23 million independently.
Oh.
And they're estimated to be worth about $150 million now.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
they really showed Mark Cuban.
Yeah, they knew their worth.
They knew their worth.
All right, so that's a dating app?
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Right. This next one is a little more, intoxicating, we'll say.
Oh, okay.
It's a wine product
Or
called Copa Di Vino.
okay.
It's a single-serving wine concept.
I see.
Like you might see at a concert or sporting event.
Yeah.
And James Martin, he pitched it in season 3.
Right.
But none of the sharks wanted it.
None of them.
They didn't see the appeal.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Well, hindsight's 20/20, right?
Ah,
But Copa Di Vino, they're doing very well now.
really?
Yeah, they're estimated to make around $20 million in sales every year.
Wow.
So he's laughing all the way to the bank,
He is.
even without the sharks.
That's incredible.
Yeah, pretty amazing, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we have dating apps. We have wine.
Yep.
What else is there?
Well, this next one is for all the fellas out there.
Okay.
It's a men's grooming company called Hammer and Nails.
Hammer and Nails.
Yeah, it's a chain of high-end men's grooming salons.
Oh, okay.
So think, haircuts, shaves, manicures, all that good stuff.
All right, I get it.
Yeah, they pitched their idea in season 6,
Okay.
and the sharks weren't really buying it.
What, they don't like to be pampered?
Well, they just didn't see the market for it, They thought men wouldn't spend money on these kinds of services, but they were wrong, of course.
Were they ever?
Yeah, Hammer and Nails is now valued at $100 million.
$100 million.
As of 2021.
Wow, so the guys are getting their nails done, and they're paying for it.
They're paying for it, yeah.
Okay, so this is fascinating.
Isn't it?
Really interesting story so far.
Yeah, we've got a lot more to go, though.
All right, well, let's keep going then.
Let's do it. Yeah, it seems like even if you don't get a deal
Right.
on Shark Tank, just being on the show
Yeah.
can really give you a boost.
Huge boost. It's like this weird validation.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if they reject you, it's like,
Right.
well, they were on Shark Tank, so they must be doing something right.
Right, it's a stamp of approval in a way.
Exactly. Okay, so let's talk about BedJet.
Okay.
This one's interesting. It's a climate control system for your bed.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of this.
Yeah.
So it warms or cools your bed.
Yeah, keeps you at the perfect temperature
Right.
so you can sleep soundly.
I could use that.
Right.
I'm always too hot or too cold.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And they pitched it on season 6,
Right.
but the sharks just weren't feeling it.
Really? Why not?
I don't know. They thought it was maybe too complicated or,
Mhm.
not something that people would really want.
Interesting.
But Mark Aromley, the founder, he believed in it.
Yeah.
And he kept going even after the rejection.
Good for him.
And it's a good thing he did because they've sold over 200,000 units.
Wow. That's a lot of BedJets.
That is a lot of BedJets. And they have about $5 million in sales every year.
It's amazing what can happen when you just don't give up.
I know. He put his own savings into it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he really believed in this product.
That's dedication.
And it paid off. You know, sometimes you got to take a risk.
Yeah, sometimes you got to bet on yourself.
Exactly. All right. Let's talk about Chef Big Shake.
Oh. Hey.
This one is really interesting because they pitched their shrimp burgers.
Shrimp burgers. Interesting.
Yeah, back in season 2, and the Sharks just weren't into it.
I mean, I love a good shrimp burger.
Right.
You'd think they'd be all over that. You would think. Especially in California.
Right. They love their seafood.
Yeah.
But no, they weren't buying it.
Mm.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't get a deal,
right,
their sales went through the roof.
Really?
Yeah, they went from like $30,000
wow.
a year to over $5 million in a year.
Just from being on the show.
Just from being on the show.
Wow, that's the power of Shark Tank.
It is. It is. Even if you get rejected, sometimes just the exposure is enough.
Yeah, I guess it's like free advertising.
It is. Millions of people are watching and they're seeing your product.
Exactly.
So, you know, even if the sharks don't bite, the customers might.
Yeah, the customers are the real judges. At the end of the day.
All right. So we talked about Coffee Meets Bagel before.
Yeah.
And how they turned down Mark Cuban's offer.
Right, that 30 million.
Well, they weren't the only ones.
Really?
Who said no to the Sharks. Kodiak Cakes.
Oh, yeah. I love their stuff.
They make those protein pancakes.
Yeah, the pancake mix. It's great.
They were on season 5, and they got offers.
Okay.
But they didn't like the terms.
So they walked away.
They walked away.
Wow.
They knew their company was worth more.
Bold move.
It was. But it paid off.
It did.
Big time. They're estimated to have made over $200 million in revenue by 2020. And they were acquired by a private equity firm.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're doing pretty well.
They're laughing all the way to the pancake house.
They are. It's amazing.
I mean, it just shows you that sometimes it's better to walk away if the deal's not right.
Yeah, you don't have to take the first offer.
Exactly. Know your worth.
Know your worth. All right, what else do we have?
Okay, this next one is a beauty brand.
Okay.
Called the Lip Bar.
The Lip Bar?
Yeah, they make vegan and cruelty-free lipstick and other makeup products.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they pitched their idea in season 8.
Right.
But the Sharks weren't really impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
They thought the beauty market was just too competitive. You know, it's hard to stand out.
It is.
There's a lot of big players.
Yeah.
But Melissa Butler, the founder of the Lip Bar, she didn't let that stop her.
It's a for her.
Yeah, she kept going, refined her pitch, and you know what?
What?
The Lip Bar is now in Target and Walmart.
Really?
Yeah, and they're making millions.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so those Sharks, they missed out on that one.
They did.
It's a good reminder that sometimes the Sharks are wrong.
Right.
And sometimes you just got to believe in yourself.
And your product.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got a few more.
Yeah, a few more.
To go, and this next one's interesting.
Okay.
It's Xero Shoes.
Xero Shoes, what's that?
So it's minimalist footwear.
Minimalist?
Yeah, like almost barefoot.
Okay.
They pitched it in season 4.
Right.
And the Sharks, they weren't into it.
Really? Why not? Seems like a good idea.
I don't know. They didn't see the market for it. But Xero Shoes has proven them wrong. They have. They've built a really successful business.
Wow.
Focusing on a niche market of people who really like that barefoot feel, you know, runners, hikers,
right?
People who are really into natural movement.
Yeah, so they found their audience.
They did, and they're doing really well.
That's great. Good for them.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that sometimes you don't need mass appeal to be successful.
Yeah, sometimes a niche is all you need.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing how they found that niche and really made it work.
Yeah, it's impressive.
It is. Okay, let's talk about EcoNuts.
EcoNuts, what's that?
So they make laundry detergent.
Okay.
But it's eco-friendly. It's made from soapberry nuts.
Soapberry nuts.
Yeah, it's a natural alternative.
Interesting.
To traditional detergent. They pitched it in season 4.
All right.
And the Sharks weren't convinced.
Really? Why not?
I think they were skeptical about whether it would actually clean clothes.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, and, you know, going up against those big detergent brands.
Right, Tide and all that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
But Econuts has done really well.
They have.
They've tapped into that market of people who are looking for eco-friendly options.
Right. Sustainability is a big thing now.
It is. It is. And they're proving that you can be successful and sustainable.
It's a win-win.
It is. All right. Last but not least, let's talk about Rocketbook.
Rocketbook. I've heard of this.
Yeah.
It's that smart notebook, right?
Yeah. So it's a reusable notebook.
Okay.
But you can also upload your notes to the cloud.
Oh, that's cool.
It is. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
I see. So you can still write by hand.
Yeah.
But then have it all digitally backed up.
Exactly.
Interesting.
They pitched it in season 8.
All right.
And the Sharks didn't get it.
Really? Seems like a good idea for me.
I know. They didn't see the need for it.
They're stuck in the past.
Maybe. But Rocketbook proved them wrong.
They did.
They did. They launched a crowdfunding campaign.
Oh.
And raised over $1 million.
What?
Yeah, and now they're an Amazon bestseller.
That's incredible.
It is. It is.
Good for them.
So there you have it.
Wow, that was quite a list.
10 Shark Tank rejects who went on to make millions, and in some cases, billions.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of them the sharks just completely missed out on.
I know. It just goes to show you that, success can come in many forms.
Right.
And you don't always need a shark to get there.
You really don't. Sometimes it's better to go it alone.
Exactly. And I think the biggest takeaway from all of these stories is just don't give up.
Right. Perseverance.
If you believe in something, keep going, even if you face rejection.
Absolutely. Because you never know what you might achieve.
Exactly. Well, that's it for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.